Mexico. Yeah, Viva Mexico, very nice. Here's my degree. I have to replace it eventually because of what they've done to me. This is a real degree. I'm going to have to reorder it. Reissued, diploma reissued April 8th, 2016. Somebody's interfering with the camera, you can all see it. And it just broke in. That's what NSA does in businesses. We're breaking and entering. And obviously I voted on the 28th of May. Gregory Slocum said that I could vote that same day. I told him somebody had withheld my voter ballot, so I told him about that. I could take the training class from 8:30 to 10:30 and then voted legally at the private booth. And a Republican, I've got my stubs on me. Respect for voters, Voting Rights Act, Equal Opportunity Employer, the Constitution rocks. Here's my CAD and the report number. Memorial Day. I was just told by an employee you can't vote. And Happy Children's Month. Yeah, civil rights laws, whistleblower laws. Lydia umbrellas, my degree. There goes the NSA interfering again. And they usually refurbish electronics belonging to minorities like myself, Republicans. The Scientologists breaking in here. The Jabina on across the street from the next door shelter. The next door shelter is over there. I live right across the street. 1001 Polk Street, San Francisco. 1001 Polk Street, San Francisco, California, 94109. I'm on bed 115. The next door shelter. Diana Almanza is the site manager. And I have a late pass tonight. So they killed Jesse, and Jesse had Tourette'S syndrome, so I'm gonna make a happy Tourette'S syndrome month. They're also cop killers. I'm one of the 227 families of top-notch cops, military, war heroes, and FBI and CIA and other feds that they killed. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Central Intelligence Agency, and Department of Homeland Security. And my mom and dad were both parents, both cops too, and they killed good cops, the military war heroes. Charles Bronson's our dad. Bobby Garcia is my twin brother. We're Minnie and Mickey Mouse. And I'm the female R2-D2. Degree, a bachelor of arts major in Latin American study. That's real, folks. I just have to reorder it like I reorder my California ID. So I just tried to scribble all over it and probably just frame it. And that was Happy Memorial Day, Voter Bill of Rights, protecting voters' rights, my job. Happy Veterans Day, Happy Disabilities with the ADA Day. They were already intimidating normal voters. Equal Opportunity Employer, the Constitution rocks. Jesse Alexander Ritter, they killed. Rest in peace, 4/15/81, May 2016. Respect for voters, Voting Rights Act, my part of my job. I voted. Now, saying someone, you might as well throw a whole bunch of I voted stickers over a very gung-ho patriot like myself who voted. They killed her, or him. They stood over his grave, these same idiots, Occupy, and they threw a bunch of I voted stickers right over its grave. Here, you son of a bitch, so just shove it up your ass. They were saying to him, you're I voted patriotic shit. And they're planning on assassinating another one on June 8th and July 5th. They tried it with me before I even applied for the co-worker job. And to protest Memorial Day anti-government on the 31st. So it's June 8th and July 5th. It's the Occupy movement. Everyone I've mentioned online too. Very good. Republican rocks. So this is where I have it right now. I love Fanta. I'm Mexican, Italian, Jewish, Catholic. I have a bachelor's degree from UCLA. I'm a single woman, and my brother is Bobby Garcia, date of birth 4/20/74. I'm a minute older than he is. I'm a minute younger than he is. Hecho en Mexico, producto de the Coca-Cola company. They're gonna do something with that too. This is what they tried to do with my. I registered online to vote as a Republican, and I was doing fine, and Gregory Slocum, quote-unquote, helped me, change it back to no party preference, and then they pulled this shit not too long afterwards. Sylvia Morales. Now the computer is trying to do something else. Okay, it's kind of obvious what they're doing. It says Sylvia, S-I-L-V-A Morales, 1001 Polk Street. That's happening here with that technology that they're using. Jabina's across the street from there. And pink cars outside and stuff. Registered to vote. I was already registered to vote online, and they're trying to bribe Sacramento. It was actually, well, I'm glad I know, they didn't look at my resume. Most of my life I've been an administrative assistant, receptionist, so I know what labels are, mailing labels. I can just type them up myself and then place them on the envelope. They wanted me to actually do that. You know, that was really stupid on their part. And I was already, you know, working the one online and getting it back to normal. So what I did, I opened it up and I tore it. California vote by mail ballot application. I'm like, assholes, look at that. So I tore it just so I wouldn't, you know, and they wanted my signature. Well, it's not going to happen. That is so not going to happen. Look at that signature. And Sacramento is where I didn't have any problems with anything online, and I voted there. I turned in Ashley's swear engine and the voter fraud materials from Wellspring to Nancy Compton, had a sticky on there to the League of Women Voters on the 10th floor in downtown Sacramento. So everything was legit there. And look what they did. They tried to get me to do something against Sacramento with a different name. And I also mailed in my mail ballot downtown in one of the offices downtown, and right in front of an official deputy. And there was no problems. So I didn't bite. And this was dated May 17th, 2016. It was an administrative assistant or a receptionist or a volunteer trying to get someone there into trouble. And I don't think they didn't think I'd catch it. They did. This would have gotten me back to. I had problems with the welfare office in Westwood, and they had handwritten Sylvia Morales on it. I guess they knew I'd catch that, but I didn't bite that either. That was the one in the GA office in Westwood, and it says VBM. And there was something else they wanted me to try to suggest that I go in that direction. Little do they know that I don't bite. Now they know. Anyway, my whole life mostly reception. And I'm a very efficient receptionist, by the way. So I didn't appreciate what they did. And this is the infamous. You see, the Democrats attacked me on the 19th. There was a bicycle inside the hospitality house on 146 Leavenworth. So I went to the Dignity Health St. Francis Memorial Hospital, 900 HYDE Hyde Street, San Francisco, California, 94109, 415-353-6000. The MTA is still involved. And intimidation, because it was emergency departments. And it was acute exacerbation of chronic lower back pain. They gave me a shot on that day. It was the day right before my birthday, on April 19th when it happened. And look, the NSA, they're still trying to destroy evidence. It's like, Nixon, where is Rand Paul? Because I have a feeling he was pulling a Nixon while politicking around NSA. And they used the NSA to kill voters. And someone said in the shelter that the Panthers used the NSA or PRISM or MK Ultra to do the same thing in the 1960s. When she claimed she was one of their daughters from the 1960s. At the sanctuary across the street. Right there. So that all of their fingerprints are in the system. And this was on the 19th of April. And I did my homework online, found out that the Democrats had a convention here in San Francisco on April 19th. That was the second time to try to pull something on me. And then another day was something else before I made it to on the 28th, or the day before, on the day that I applied for the poll worker job. And they tried to blame Billy Joe Armstrong. It wasn't Billy Joe Armstrong. And there's other stuff. Someone gave me this. Sow a thought, reap an act, sow an act, reap a habit, sow a habit, reap a character. It's against me, Galatians. And calligraphy by Franklin Fong, St. Boniface Church, San Francisco, California. And Latino Voices. I was kicked out of the library until July. And obviously somebody read my column. Look at that. This one in particular. I was a Real Point columnist in 1997, April. There you go. So, be a voter, that I am. The Marriott is under investigation for terrorism activity, terrorism-related activity. Marriott in San Francisco Marquee. And then it's Vegas, 415-749-2122. With an I thought it was with an E. Hospitality House. Look at the doodle, the Google book. And that is 290 Turk Street. Hospitality House. FedEx, of course, infamous FedEx, Chris Gillibles. They're triangulating Occupy movement, you know, and 3 different cities in 3 different countries. That's EFF. I walked past F81580 today. How ironic. We take it personal, so personal. I turned that in. Even Americana. That was a threat by Julian Assange. I reported this one, Best Western Plus. They went up to the military kids. It says here, Americania. On the side, Americania. It says, the female accused me on 10916. Female accused me of being combative, loud, and hostile. Female refused to give me her first and last name. Best Western Plus, 1217 Street, 94103. And then there's the other shit. This one's for us. That's on 4th and Mission. This one is on 8th and Market. This one is across the street from, right across the street from Wells Fargo and store. That's the Coffee Bean. And this one is one of these 2 off of Market. I'm telling you. And then there's a Central City collaborative that these admin are messing up corruption in La Voz Latina. And this is my actual letter. Department of Elections. Somebody's getting in the way. Just got hurt. And City Department of Elections, and I was hired. Official standby, quick assignment letter. They're threatening me now. Thank you for signing up as a poll worker. I'll get back to this. I'll record this again on they're going to try to destroy it. She's one of them.